going on? Uh, yeah, back to that topic of the job no one else wants. Uh, when I made that reference there, I didn't actually mean like employment. I meant it was actually like being employed by God for a particular purpose to tell someone a particular message. And I was using like the micromanager, you missed a spot attitude, that people have, and no sooner than I said it, the devil strikes. You know what I'm saying? One of his agents. You know what I'm saying? Are just trying to sow discord and chaos in my life, man. Again, I mean, of course, because anytime you try to uh, turn again from your evils, here they all come attacking you. It's like now, when you were evil, everyone left you alone, but when you start combating that, by whatever means that you have, it's not an easy task, but the devils come out to confront you because they want you to backslide real quick into the anger, into the blaming, into being the accuser. They like you there. That's why, I was kind of, just disheartened by it. But I mean, it is what it is. No biggie. I wasn't talking about no one. It was just a generalized statement, man. That people, are get self-righteous, man, and they become busybodies in others' affairs. Wasn't calling no one out in general. Even myself, I've done it. Like, man, your movement sucks. Me being a martial artist, you know what I'm saying? I do try to coach other people into pushing their abilities a little bit. Just being aware of certain things like work smarter, not harder. It's not that I'm a micromanager or I'm know it all or I'm better than you. It's just like, no, man, I just noticed, maybe no one's ever told you this before, but if you just do this, it'll cut your work down. And at the end of the day, that'll save you some energy. I mean, that's really what this is all about. It's like, look, the reason why we punch loose and then tighten at the last second is because it costs less energy. You generate more for less. Like these guys go, I mean, look, you're all tightened up, just you going, look, you're wasting energy. Why not be like, at the last second? You see the difference there. The build up is different. But it's the same. It's the same philosophy. Why be contentious or make trouble for me? Just because you can, and they do. It's because the devil's in the earth right now, man. It's time short. And today I was praying against so many spirits of anger. You know what I'm saying? It's just going around through people, just wreaking chaos. And I could see it. I mean, there's a lot of environmental factors besides the spiritual component where everyone's kind of we're all ill prepared for what is happening. No one wants to believe what. That's the hard part of the job is this. It's that your message will not be received well. You got to be the guy that has the bad news, but also the good news. Bad news, judgment's coming, because we deserve it. Good news, there's hope. You can always turn from your ways and turn back to the Lord, man. From my understanding, what I keep seeing in the Bible, man. It's like basically there's a code for God's people. It seems like to me. There's also a code for people who don't believe. It's like for them, they're just judged by their works. So in a way, these people who believe in the works of thy hands, they have a point where it's like, yeah, God is keeping count of your work as you are. But I mean, but it's now you got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And commit and submit yourself totally to all these laws. I mean, if you're a liar, you're burnt. You steal, you're burnt. You use usury, you're burnt. You extort, you're burnt. Any old thing. I mean, you just get off course, you're burnt. You know what I'm saying? There's no more sacrifices for you. So there was one provided, but you haven't accepted it, or you wouldn't depend solely on what you acquire. I mean, in your life and your works. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically what it is you've turned God into the Lord of merchandise, which is basically that's Satan. Because the multitude of thine merchandise. I mean, I'm not against business or people making a living or work or people trying to inspire better in you. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I learned about this just recently, it's like this. There's a reason why none of your teachers can teach you too well. They can't just teach you the answer. They point out something. They point out a question for you. You ponder the question and then you figure out the answer. And you earned it for yourself by pondering and then keep being patiently trying to stay aware of what this message is that's trying to come through from unknown places. I mean, unseen places, unseen realms. But I don't know, man. It's it you know yeah. I mean, it's here's the thing, Jonah, man. Jonah's a great example. It's like even he tried to run from his calling as a prophet, but the farther he ran, it's almost like God knew he was gonna be that way. So he like it's everything. The more he fought it, it just kept pushing him towards what his mission was. It's like once you're chosen, it's it. Uh, but it's it. What I'm saying is too, the job here, dude. Listen, everyone wants to be a rapper. Everyone wants to be a musician. Everyone wants to be a sports star. Everyone wants to be an actor. Everyone wants to be president. Everyone wants to be accepted. Everyone wants to have money. You know what I'm saying? And none of these are the job that I'm referring to. It's like if you think you missed it already, you don't understand what the reward is. It's not monetary. If people are becoming priests to make money, are they truly is that truly a priest of God? Or is that a priest of the Lord of merchandise? You ponder that. If you can show me you know, your answer and why you feel that way. That's fine. It's fine indeed, man. All I can do is try to give you suggestions and try to be somewhat of a positive influence. You know what I'm saying? Now, listen, I'm not perfect. I never said that. I'm a guy struggling myself. I don't have no right to tell you how to live. But listen, that doesn't mean I don't have a right to give you honest counsel coming from man to man. I do like to be a man of my word. Not to say that I ain't never broke my word, because I have. If I was to tell you, no, I never, I'd be lying right now. I'd be breaking my word again. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't like that. I don't like it. Sometimes life puts you in certain situations where you got to suck it up and I guess just bitch out. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Something disaster strikes. You weren't there. You weren't a man of your word. It happens. You know what I'm saying? But you can make up for it. You know what I'm saying? Or at least apologize and beg for, not even beg, but at least put it out there that, listen, please don't hold that against me. You know, I don't want to totally lose all honor. Not to say that I'm totally honorable or totally dishonorable. I'm just a dude. From moment to moment, I have to contest with my more not so pure impulses. You know what I'm saying? From moment to moment, man, it's a constant struggle. I have my moments where it's just like even I trip sometimes, even though I got great movement, and I am very aware, dude. Sometimes I stub my toe and almost fall. It happens. You know, but yeah, man, the job no one else wants, is it? I know you don't understand. A lot of you'd probably do. You might have got it, but I mean, somebody didn't get it. It's like this gang stalker network has got operatives everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's either, if it ain't the gang stalker network, it's just the devil. You know what I'm saying? He can just send his demons on demonic assignment to torment people. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. He'll leave you alone when you're what it is too is like, I think the devil likes people who don't want to be his servants. You know what I'm saying? He's like, ooh, why is this guy? Oh, this guy's trying to change. He's trying to turn. He's listening to God. Here, let's cause some confusion. Yay, we got one. Because I mean, they don't even have no one these days left that is even somewhat righteous or seeking righteous. It's like Confucius kept saying, I haven't met no one righteous in my entire life. And I could say the same thing here. It's like, listen, I see people doing righteous things because their righteousness is not necessarily of themselves. It's inspired of God. Some people have righteousness that ain't necessarily, it's self-righteousness. It ain't inspired from God. Sometimes all self-righteousness ain't bad, but it's not the kind of righteousness we're trying to tap into. It's something beyond us. Uh, so same thing here. It's the same thing. Confucius was watching his just environment deteriorate, you know what I'm saying? And everyone was kind of, their morality was just sinking. And he just was like, screw it, here, we're gonna figure out if we teach everyone and encourage them to do well. Like I read in Ezekiel today, it said, or it was in Matthew, I think 7, it was like, what you want other men to do unto you, do unto them. And Confucius said the same thing before Christ. You know what I'm saying? In different words, but it's the same exact thing. Like, so Confucius, to an extent, though he didn't know of God, he was tapping into the same understandings. You know what I'm saying? Somehow. I mean, I don't know if they're connected or not. If he was just his own mind, it's like kind of like David, the man who sought after God's own heart. When some of these men, they do genuinely try to do something right. They put their minds and their hearts and their influence to try to do good works, to encourage others, not by the end of the sword. He was totally against that, as is Jesus. He doesn't discourage soldiery or policery or even warriory, really. I mean, it's just, he discourages violence by force, violence without cause, the shedding of innocent blood. That's living by the sword, all those negative aspects. There's plenty of people who live with sword, but they don't live by the sword, nor do they commit violence without cause. But anyway, I'll get back, man. Make more videos, documentation.